options from the View tab. The first one is how you'd like to view your OneNote when you're using it online. Navigation panes allows you to hide your sections and hide your pages if required. Drop-down menu, Show Pages Only, will hide all the sections, so you can just concentrate on the pages within that chosen section. Drop-down menu, you can hide all, so you're just focusing on this page, but you can click the arrow to get back again. I usually have it set at Show Sections and Pages, so I can clearly jump between each section if I wanted to add some content. Immersive Reader, we're going to look at that last. The next one is Reading View, so you can get rid of your menu along the top to just concentrate on the content in the notebook. To get your menu back again, you click on Edit Notebook in Browser. You also have the option to view page versions from the next section, and you can also show authors. So this is particularly useful if you're using a collaboration space, or if you've shared your notebook with another colleague, you can click on Show Authors and see who's added what. This is also useful with a collaboration space with learners, because you can clearly see who has added what to the page. You can access your deleted notes, so you can restore them if they've been accidentally deleted, and you also have a check accessibility at the option at the very top. It will open up on the right hand side and it will give you some suggestions if you have some accessibility issues. By default, when we open up OneNote, it's already in the simplified ribbon, and that's to prevent visual crowding, especially for learners. If you'd like the classic view back again, you simply untick this box, click OK, and your classic ribbon will come back. So let's go back to that all-important Immersive Reader. When you open up your OneNote, you can select Immersive Reader and it'll strip back your page. It'll strip back your page to prevent visual crowding, especially for our dyslexic learners. It will remember the background colour that learner has chosen. It will also remember the highlighted nouns, verbs and adjectives colours. So anytime I would open this OneNote in Immersive Reader, or if I open Word or Outlook or access Immersive Reader through Forms or Teams, it will always remember my preferences. To change the preferences, you simply click at the top right hand side, and the first option is your text preferences. And this is where you can make your text larger. You can also increase the line spacing, again to prevent visual crowding. You can change the font and the all-important background colour. There's also more options on the right hand side. So if I preferred a pale lilac or peach, then I can set the colour that I like best. I can also go up to grammar options. And grammar options allows me to break down words by syllable. I can also highlight my nouns, verbs and adjectives. I might just want to focus on my nouns, especially if we're doing a literacy lesson. If the nouns in my class were not blue, then I can simply click on the drop-down menu and I can choose a colour that I use in my classroom. You also get the option to show labels. Now I might forget that the red words were nouns, but if I click to show labels, I will now get a label above the nouns with an N, so I know that straight away. The last option is reading preferences. So in reading preferences, I can focus by a line, again to prevent visual crowding. I can also enable the picture dictionary. So that means when I click on a word, it will give me a visual representation of that word. Really useful for younger learners. I also can listen to that word in English.
Shapes.
You'll also notice I have French in here. That's because my reading preferences are set to translate the document by word. This is really useful for English as an additional language or for 1+2. Not every word has a visual representation, and it's just a case of trial and error to see which ones do have it. But the all-important English translation is there, and if you want, you can also choose a language.
Des graphiques. can,
peuvent.
Top right hand side also gives me the option to translate the whole document, and there's a drop down menu with a list of languages to choose from. For this example, I've chosen French, and you can see the French translation is sitting on the screen. But I can simply click at the top and jump between the English translation and the French quite easily. This is not 100% accurate, but it's just a tool that can be used to support learning. There's a play button at the very bottom, so I can have this document read back to me aloud.
There can be even more complex shapes. Tessellation does not work if
Tessellation. La tessellation est l'endroit où les formes peuvent s'emboîter.
There's settings where I can choose to speed up the voice and choose a female or male voice. Top left hand side takes you back into edit mode.